Hi everybody, welcome to our Wednesday night live. I'm going to try to make these things a regular thing. Tonight I'm going to be brief and I'm going to try to walk you through the steps to successfully fail. So this all started with somebody approaching me with a question: if you were incapable of failure, what would you do? And I guess my response to that is that in my mind, I'm already incapable of failure, so I don't know. And I don't mean that flippantly, so let me explain. A typical answer to that question might be that you want to climb Mount Everest, or that you want to run the Boston Marathon, or that you would like to quit your 9-to-5 gig so that you could start your own business and also make money while you sleep. Whatever it is. But it really comes down to a question of desire and drive. What do you desire to do, and what are you really driven to do? When I have that sort of desire and drive to do something, I align all of my short-term goals in a direct line to my ultimate outcome, so that along that path I'm accomplishing different things and I get to where I want to be. But nowhere along that path do I have an exit to Failureville. That exit just does not exist. So if failure is not an option, failure is also not possible. See, when you have that kind of drive and that kind of a desire, you have to burn your boats. And to figure out what that means, it's in a previous video. So if you want to know what we mean by burning our boats, you'll have to go back and watch that. But you've removed the option of failure. So if the option is not there, the possibility is also not there. See, everybody stumbles. You're going to hit those brick walls. And I talked to you before about how to get around those brick walls. But when you hit them, too many people will take that option of failure. They'll take the easy exit. They'll just stop and get off the freeway because it's the easiest choice. We all do that. Everybody stumbles. I stumble. Everybody falls. It happens. But make sure that you're falling forward. As long as you're falling forward, you're falling towards your goal. If you have the option of failure, you of course are going to take it. Now, here, go ahead and give a like, give a comment, give a share, because we all know people who hold that option. They don't create that option of failure, but they also allow it to linger. And so when they do hit that wall, that's of course the easiest option, and they're likely to take it. So does a lack of success equate to failure? Absolutely not. As long as you're learning something and you're growing and developing as a person, all of those lack of successes are really just small successes that are taking you to your goal. That's falling forward. So just keep falling forward and you're going to be fine. Now these lacks of successes, for lack of a better term, can come in many different varieties. Look at Thomas Edison, who was working on the incandescent light bulb, and he ran into many, many brick walls, and he fell so many times. He stumbled many times. But did he take the failure exit? No. He learned from those and he kept going. So it's a linear kind of work towards your ultimate outcome, and that worked for him. Perhaps your desire, your drive was to be the most successful business person in company XYZ. It doesn't matter what it was. And so you set up your short-term goals to match that ultimate outcome. You found yourself spending 16, 18 hours a day in your office making phone calls, writing reports, sending letters, preparing presentations, whatever it took to meet that ultimate outcome. And in doing so, you realized that your kids were growing up without you. You were never home. And so you decided to leave the business world, the corporate world. Okay, here I am. Sorry about that. Our call just came in, so I don't know if there was a bump in it or not. So anyway, your business goal, so you decide to leave business so you could spend more time with your family. Does that make you a failure at business? No, not at all. What happened was that you had a realization about what your real drive and what your real desire was. You thought it was business, it turned out not to be business at all. What you thought was a priority turned out to be not that important of a priority when it came to other things. So it wasn't a failure in business, rather it was one of those small successes. It was a falling forward for another desire, another drive that you hadn't even taken into account yet. So whenever you fall, there's always something there. There's always a success there. So now I came up with 3 key components to successfully fail. And so here they are. Number 1, you must allow failure to be an option, and you must give yourself permission to quit. That's number 1. Now let me read that again because the wording is important. You must allow failure to be an option, and you must give yourself permission to quit. You must. Guess what? You're in charge. So here's another good spot. Like it, share it, comment it, because we all know people who have that failure as an option again. And really, when you choose that option of failure and it doesn't bother you, you probably choose that option far too often. So let's go on to number 2. Number 2, make a conscious decision to not learn. Learning is a natural instinct. Babies in the womb are learning. They are memorizing voices and sounds. They're learning constantly. Nobody ever taught them how to learn. Nobody ever showed them what to do and how to react to this sort of thing. Learning is natural. So you must make a conscious decision to not learn. And we all know people who do this. They shut the door. It's done. It's off. I'm done. It's over. That's it. I'm not learning. You make a conscious decision. And number 3, you must reduce your mindset to perceive falls as failures. You must reduce your mindset to perceive falls as failures. Now I'm going to give you those 3 again real quick because there's a common thread. You must allow failure as an option, and you must give yourself permission to quit. 2, you must make a conscious decision to not learn. And number 3, you must reduce your mindset to perceive falls as failures. The common thread here is that you must. It's all on you. Failure is your choice. That's really what it comes down to. So at the end of the day, if you are in control of your failure, you're also in control of your success. So that does it for tonight. I hope you make an awesome rest of your night. I hope you make an awesome rest of your week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whenever you watch the replay, whatever part of the world you're watching from. So you guys have an awesome whatever day it is, and I will see you again very soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.